Welcome to the Chip and Cern Show, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. They were possibly separated at birth, only to be rejoined to create the sweet sounds that will caress your deepest cochlea. This show is real, random, rant-filled, and ruthless. Please be warned that this show may hurt your feelings, offend your grandma, and even kick your dead dog in the balls. So get ready, and let's get this shit started.
This shit has started. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
And you're listening to the Chip and Cern Show. This is a full, unthrottled, uncorked, non-nugget show.
We don't know where it's going to go, do we?
Well, we have some idea.
Yeah.
But not really. No.
We have a tentative
Every show, every nugget show, Cerny and I have to consciously, in my head, I'm like, we're like, okay, we're talking about the Super Bowl. And in my head, I'm like, Super Bowl.
Yeah. And then we start going, and then it's like, whoa.
We started talking about baseball during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But there is new places to find us. If you're new to the Chip and Cern Show or looking for different ways to listen, Cerny, what are those?
YouTube, first, that's our newest.
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, Chip and Cern Show. Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud. chipandcernshow@gmail.com.
Everything's Chip and Cern Show. It's pretty easy
Twitter.
to do.
Is it Twitter?
Yeah, I think you did.
Say it again.
We covered it.
Say it again.
Thank you. So this is our show. I guess it probably would be a good idea not to cover things that we've already covered in the Nuggets.
Yeah.
So that's good. What we will start on, the past month has been a little rough if you're an aging rock star.
Yes.
We've had
2016, January 2016 was bloodthirsty.
Yeah.
Bloodthirsty.
Bloodthirsty for classic rock and a little metal. So first, I think we had Lemmy of Motorhead fame die.
Yes.
Now,
yes.
I'm not a huge Motorhead fan. I know like one of their songs, and you can kind of distinctly, they have a distinct sound to them, and they have an umlaut in their name.
Yeah.
Now, Lemmy was famous for
They do.
saying for like 7 years straight he drank a bottle of Jack Daniels a day.
Well,
He died of cancer. So
okay.
I don't even could.
The
could
epitome
you
of
do
health
that?
was that?
I couldn't do
A,
I mean,
I haven't do
you know when the last
bottle of Jack in a year?
the last time I had Jack Daniels was?
I can't remember the last time I had it.
This is my bachelor party. We won't discuss how.
No.
Anyway.
No.
But that was the last time, and I booted that night, which isn't a
Right
surprise.
after the shot.
That's enough, Sonny. That's enough.
I know.
Then after that, we had the great David Bowie die.
Oh.
That was kind of a big one.
That was a big one.
Now, he has a lot of, he has a lot of good songs. Thank you. We're just breaking it. Why don't we have so many more listeners? David Bowie has good music. Yes, he does.
He sang songs.
He sang songs. Now, not ground control to Major Tom.
I'm looking at the video right now, and it looks like
He was an actor.
Pants.
Did you see the movie that he, not obviously Labyrinth, he was in a couple other ones. Christian Bale, Magicians, Hugh Jackman, The Prestige. He was in that.
I did not see that.
It was a good movie. I think it was The Prestige. Anyways, one of these. It's good. Classic. I probably...
Now, I believe, didn't he do so many drugs in the 70s, he's forgotten a whole year? Or he forgotten a whole
Really?
year? I think.
I knew that he was into drugs, obviously, because, like any good rock star.
Yeah.
Now, how deep do you go on Bowie? Like, do you...
Yeah, he had talent, and I like
Yeah.
those things, but...
Now, I would, as with anyone does when they die, you, go on and you're like, okay, let me dig up all the music and listen and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm, going back and I'm looking at albums and I'm looking at some of the songs on there. I'm like, okay. I keep going back. I'm going to go back to, early 80s, 70s, early 80s was the last ones that were, some real toe tappers in there.
Yeah.
After that was kind of like, nah.
Jump the
He
shark.
focused on his acting after that.
Yeah.
Side note, because we're allowed to in these
Yeah.
regular shows. His son is an actor, and was in this good movie called The Moon or something. He doesn't. His last name he doesn't go by Bowie. He goes by something else.
Okay.
Anyway,
Didn't know that.
I thought it was interesting.
I learned something today.
Before Lemmy, by the way, we had Scott Weiland of Stone Temple Pilots die.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
He was big on the heroin,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
I was not surprised.
when
When he died, I was like,
when you hear these people and
he
you're-
overdies, I was like, yeah.
like you'll
about right.
you'll hear rock stars, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, the fucking 80s or X insert year here was crazy. I'm sober now. You're like, okay.
For now.
And then you hear people that are like, yeah, that was crazy. Like, are you sober? I dabble.
Well,
Like, okay. It's still blasting heroin.
Yes,
at his
yes,
bathtub.
I am sober, but every once in a while I have a relapse or or I struggle from time to time. Well, and I'll take that as a no.
Exactly. And then less than a week after Bowie died, Glenn Frey of the Eagles died.
That's right.
And of Miami Vice. Now, I'm a huge Eagles fan. Not the football team. But, I had really gotten into them. We had seen them play in 2014, so that was kind of cool with Don Henley and all them.
Okay.
So,
okay.
And it was good. So that's kind of a bummer. And he didn't strike me as like, he died of like arthritis complications or something.
Yeah, I thought that was weird. It was like a
Pneumonia,
string
arthritis.
of things. Yeah, pneumonia. Pneumonia
That always
strikes
gets
a lot.
you, man. That's why I wear a coat all the time. So that way I don't want to get cold.
Now, for me, if they say Slash or Axl Rose died, it would be a podcast of me sobbing into the mic for an
Now,
hour.
we never brought this up, but they're supposed to reunite.
They are.
Are you getting tickets if they come?
If they're coming this way,
Let's see.
I'll be front row with my shirt off.
I'd like to be there. And who was the other guy that died? I didn't even know. Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Maurice, what was his name? I forget.
White.
White, yes.
Okay. Now, Cerny, I'm on the Guns N' Roses, and I'm not seeing anything about Slash coming back. I'm still seeing...
I'm keeping the faith that he is coming back.
Well, they're playing Coachella in April. And that's pretty much it. So...
They
We'll
are an 80s band. Maybe they're not hip with the whole website thing. I don't know. Magic Box.
We haven't updated. Can you update the site? Like, who do you think Axel has to tell to update his site to like get his new?
That is a good question.
Can you add the? We're going on tour, mate. You don't have fucking tour dates on here. So Bowie died, and everyone's boohooing about that. And
yes.
I see Facebook has this trending box in the upper right.
Always.
All the fucking clickbait bullshit's all up in there. This one says,
"You won't believe what happened next."
Sucked whose dick? It said Bowie Jagger had sexual encounter. Now that headline, what do you think in your head? I think that Mick Jagger blew Bowie, or they fucked, and
Yeah.
No, they had
They had to experiment with some drugs.
right. It doesn't make you a bad person. Just try it out. Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, I must read more about this. This is a fascinating fucking article.
Great clickbait.
So I clicked into
Give that
it.
guy a raise.
And then the actual headline is David Bowie had a coke-fueled closet threesome with Mick Jagger, his
Closet. What's that
bodyguard,
mean? Is it physically in a closet?
physically in a closet with the. Now this is all
three-way.
allegedly.
How big is this fucking closet?
I don't know how big's his cock. That's what I want to know. So this was in the David Bowie's bodyguard. They had a walk-in wardrobe three-way with Mick Jagger and a famous female singer who's unnamed. Apparently there was other females going by and like knew what was happening, and they said, I have to be in there. Like they wanted to get fucked by these two, which to be honest...
That sounds amazing.
Like... Would you sing Honky Tonk Woman to me, Mick, whilst plowing me butthole? And that's arguably 2 out of the top 10 most famous rock stars that ever lived.
Yes.
And they're both they got you on the rotisserie. Now,
Wow.
that's something. Coke fueled, I'm not as surprised by that.
No. He could have died right there.
Yeah. This is in the mid-'70s, and the bodyguard said, David told me to wait outside and make sure they weren't disturbed. And they were in the closet for 20 minutes, came out with big smiles. It was obvious what was going on. Now,
Again,
this shouldn't be...
You got another 30 years of... You could have died right there.
Yeah, you would have been...
That was at the pinnacle.
You'd have been good. A female singer, like... I don't know who. I don't know. Anyway. But, like, you know, what if you heard Bieber and...
Chip and Cern, Taylor Swift.
I would have finished already. That's... Although, she's very lean.
Yeah.
Fragile? It's not going to win her over if she hears tell of this.
She's not endorsing us.
Right.
There's a sponsor dropped.
Yeah. And when is it news that, like, isn't that what rock stars are supposed to do? Like, when you hear, that's why you get a guitar when you're a kid. You want fucking drugged out parties and just fucking crazy three-ways and stuff.
Yes.
So, I didn't think that was news. It would have been news if Mick was blowing Bowie, but that's not what happened. So, I clicked and, you know, congratulations, mirror.co.uk. You got my webpage visit.
Yeah. Traffic was up. But yeah. So, you were disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't disappointed.
Not what you were expecting.
Yeah, I'm like, well, that's not... I was assuming this was happening anyway.
Yeah.
Like, Bowie should just text everyone. Like, you want to bang a chick? You're like, sure, yeah, you're David Bowie, of course.
Of course.
Mick Jagger, like, you know,
Same.
Of course, yeah.
Same. Ditto.
Same. Ditto. So the rock stars, doing rock star stuff. Glenn Frey, that does bum me out. You weren't that much into the Eagles.
No.
That's okay.
Again, Guns N' Roses.
I know, but sometimes there's a great 3-hour. Maybe I'm a little emotionally tied to this because for some reason, a lot around my kid being born and my wife being pregnant, we had a big Eagles phase that we went through.
Okay.
And literally, when my wife was going into labor, we were watching an Eagles documentary, which was 3 hours. And we were like building stuff for the kid. We were listening to the Eagles. And then, like, on the way home, when we had the kid, the first one, like, Eagles came on the radio. It was this whole thing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
That was
so I get it. I get it.
But I can listen to the whole catalog of the Eagles and be fine with it. Mm-hmm. I can't do that with Bowie. I could do it with the Rolling Stones and Bruce Springsteen. Bowie he gets a little weird out there.
They have some
early Stones.
Some good songs, and they have some fucking shit songs.
Punt. They do have a couple punts, for sure. For sure.
They have some high highs and some low fucking lows, man.
But I mean, they have, like, Start Me, or Brown, one of their songs, I think Start Me Up, they released it, and they had been a band for, like, 18 years. Like, that's just insane. Like, they're that good of a band that 20 years people have fucking hung it up, and you're, you know, topping the charts again. Well... we're obviously really good at transitions here.
We are.
So football's over. So now we're going to talk
transition.
The Super Bowl's done, and you know the Super Bowl's great if you have a skin in the game.
Yeah, if I do my squares,
now,
skin in the game.
There you go. But pretty much the next morning, I wake up, and I felt this weird sensation. I went to the closet. And I had a 3-way with Mick Jagger.
Oh.
I
had a name singer.
Got my Giants hat out, and I said, this fits perfectly. And this just feels, feels right.
And the weather
has...
In California, Northern California. Yeah. I don't know about San Francisco area, but here...
Hold on, we'll cut to footage of the Avery salvage yard. And there'll be snow on all the cars.
It's been mid-70s.
It's nice.
Sunny, mid-70s.
I went for a run this morning, and I was sweating my balls off.
Wow.
I was like, it's fucking hot here. Sweat's running down my glasses and shit.
I don't know about you, but it comes out, the sun comes out, it's warm. People start mowing the lawn, fresh cut grass. Where's my glove? Where's my glove?
Oh, not where's your can of Skull? Back in the day, maybe.
Yeah.
I can go for a good dip right now. Sorry. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh.
Baseball, the Giants, it's an even year. They're always looking good on even years.
They are.
I'm pretty happy with the moves that were made.
I am. Leonard Span. For those of you, he's a question mark.
Now, Bird is gone. He was just like one of those half-season things we got.
Player.
Okay.
Rented player.
Rented. Now, some baseball stuff that came across. Do you do the MLB TV? Or you have the MLB network on your cable thing?
I have
so
the
you
MLB
don't care
network.
about
Yeah,
that.
I don't
Okay,
care.
never mind then.
I have MLB and NFL. And actually,
packages and stuff.
It's replaced for me ESPN.
Yes, yeah.
ESPN is like
Dog
TMZ for sports. They've
do.
jumped the shark.
And Michael A. Smith, or was that Stephen A. Smith? Who's Michael Smith? I don't know. Probably an actor or something. He just, it's like this contrarian thing that he does for everything is like, and it's like, okay, and we know what line he's going to take, and he's going to go against this and this and this. It's like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I want to hear something new. But anyway, some interesting baseball news that came across was, how do you pronounce his name? Mejia of the Mets. Lifetime ban from baseball for his third positive performance-enhancing drug, not necessarily meaning steroids, test in 12 months. This fucking idiot.
12 months. He was still serving.
He had
his suspension.
99 games left, suspension left, from his 162 complete season suspension. The Mets, for some fucking reason, decided, let's I don't know exactly the terms or whatever, but they pretty much said, we're not going to cut him loose. We want him to stick around because after another 100 games. So this kid must be a stud or must be a good prospect.
I believe he blew gas. I think he was, 26?
Yeah, I mean, he's 26 or something. And, I guess when you're 26 and you throw...
Oh, that sounds good.
This beer is brought to you by Fort Point Beer Company out of San Francisco. This is our newest free plug.
We started off in our nuggets. I'm sure you'll hear at some point. We started off with we're only giving you one, and then I slipped up and gave him another one. Well, that's two. You're not getting any more, and I think we've done it every other.
Well, it's like a thing. It's a thing we do now,
Cern.
Okay. It is good. This is I would call it almost a refreshing and hoppy wheat beer.
I 100% agree.
I think the can would too.
Oh.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this guy's suspended. Now, there's been a couple. Miguel Cabrera,
Milky
Cabrera, former Giants fame.
And actually, he got suspended with the Giants.
Oh, he did. And they said they're not going to bring him back.
Yeah, they said get out.
And the Royals were like, we'll take him. Or
White Sox.
White Sox, okay. And he raked still.
Oh, yeah, he does.
Now, what do you think? It's obvious back in the early 2000s, late 90s, 2000s, early 2000s, there was a huge issue with people being jacked out of their minds.
Yeah. And
what do you think of
probably using an anabol or whatever that shit was.
like horse steroids and shit like King Caminiti was. I do feel bad that he died. But what do you think about the 3 strikes and you're out PED policy?
I agree.
The first game is, not to cut you off, 50, 162, which is a season, and then third one, you're done.
You're done. I agree. Goes with the whole, the baseball theme, 3 strikes.
Yeah.
And again, with something like this, especially when I was doing 12 months.
Yeah.
Are you really that stupid?
That is... how
and
often...
I'm not buying that David Ortiz, well, maybe someone needs to explain to Latin players and, whatever. Remember he said that shit?
I don't know.
He said something about the Latin players, maybe they didn't understand the rules in English or some bullshit.
Oh, come on. That's nonsense. They have agents.
Yeah.
They're making millions of dollars. You can't tell someone.
Yeah.
And you
cannot say, especially if you've tested positive for it the first time.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what fucking language you speak.
Come on.
Jesus Christ. Don't
even take a fucking multivitamin at that point.
I wouldn't.
No.
I'd be eating kale, and that's all. Fuck.
Oh, Chip's dying here.
Do we have a cough button here?
Oh.
No. We don't. The answer is no.
No. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can probably tell we do not. Anyway.
Pretty much, if you can't buy it at GNC or Target, don't, I know you're always trying to get the most competitive advantage.
Yeah.
And there's probably a lot of people on that very gray line of like, this isn't banned now,
but
it could be.
Yeah.
And, because I guess you kind of need to be on that line, sort of.
Yeah, you need the edge.
And it's like professional runners, you're running at a pace that you either are going to win the race at or you're going to catastrophically fail because, you can't do it. So there's no like, oh, I'm just going to finish. It's like you either finish and you win or do whatever your goal was or you blow up.
Yeah.
So I guess that's like a triathlon thing too. Bike riders and all this stuff. But so you're always kind of looking for that. You're always right on the edge.
Yeah.
But 50 games, that's half the season, or that's a third of the season. That's a solid.
And then you get 162, which is a full season.
That's a full season. And you would think at that point you're fucked.
And they actually still honor your contract.
Wait, you're not? Are you getting paid? No way.
I don't know.
There's no way you're getting paid
no
on a suspension like that. I can't believe after a second strike that someone would still pay.
Oh, yeah.
There was that guy on the Giants, not Casilla, Moto.
Oh, yeah.
That fool
Guillermo
has two.
Moto,
He has two, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's not enough players that you're taking chance on some.
Especially a closer.
Yeah, those are dime a dozen.
Dime a dozen.
Bring
He
back
throws
Gagne.
hard. Yeah. Rod Beck.
Oh, may he rest in peace.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So,
Him and King Caminiti.
now, still on the baseball thing, someone asked Bryce Harper, who I am a fan of, and my wife wants to jump his bones.
Okay.
Someone said, "Oh, you can get a $400 million contract."
I saw them push.
Harper says, "Don't sell me short." Like a fucking boss. This kid. How old is he? 23 or 24. So this season he's going to earn $5 million. And he's going to get arbitration after the season.
Uh-huh.
Do you think he gets $400 million or more? So the most lucrative contract right now,
It's got to be
Giancarlo Stanton.
Oh, that's right. Giancarlo.
13 years. It's a fucking long time for a ball player.
Oh, yeah.
$325. He's still got 12 years left on that deal.
I say he didn't even play the full fucking season, which he never played the full season. But
Damn.
for all you fantasy players, Giancarlo Stanton, a stud,
6'6",
but
240.
never plays a full season.
His career stats, in 2015, Stanton hit 265.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that's weak.
How many games did he play?
He's a right fielder.
How many games did he
Let
play?
me see. 74.
Okay. The year before that, how many games did he play?
Oh. Hold on. Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can't dig into the stats that fast. Hold on. Okay, I found it. Hold on. Okay. 14, he played 145.
Okay.
It's not bad. I'll give you that. That's an everyday player.
20 games. Yeah. Year before that, how many games did he
116, 123.
play? Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
He's
play
got a
full
little.
season.
He's got a problem.
He's got an injury. He's
But-
a big guy, but he's a stud.
Yeah. He plays 145 games, hits 37 bombs for you, 150 or 105 ribbies, bats 288.
And how old is he?
He's 26.
And how old is, what's his face? Harper?
Let me see here. So, I mean, to be honest, I don't think Giancarlo Stanton is worth that kind of coin.
No.
I mean,
Wow.
A-Rod was putting up way fatter numbers.
Oh, was a stud.
Yeah.
Now,
Dude,
I'm not
Bryce
a fan.
Harper's-
I'm not a fan of Bryce Harper.
He's 23.
Oh.
He's going to have
So
to
when's
go
he up for?
at the end of the season.
Oh, for arbitration.
Dude.
I'm talking. He may even poke 500.
That's okay. Harper played 153 games, 42 bombs, 100 ribbies, batted 330. That is fucking that's $500 million that fool's getting.
Yeah.
For how many seasons? 12?
Oh, 23. I would do 10. Nope. It's got to be 12. At least 12 minimum.
I mean, if he went 10 years, 500 mil, that's 50 mils.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he
I
gets...
was watching MLB today, and they were talking, can he hit 75 mil a year? Like, holy
Damn,
fuck.
jeez. I mean, what was A-Rod getting? He got 10, 20... So A-Rod got 25 mil.
27, I think it was. Was it 27? I think it was 27.
Yeah.
And Miguel Cabrera, I think he's around 29 or 30. Because remember, he had that. They ever had those jokes where Miguel Cabrera and then the rest of Detroit or some bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see what his contract is.
I think Bryce Harper definitely... Jesus.
Chip's having trouble today. It's okay.
Okay. The sports book is high on the Giants and Mets for 2016, I see here.
Sportsbook's playing the even year
Yeah.
pandemonium.
Oh, the Giants are the only team to open with a win total of 90. The Cubs at 89, Mets at 88. Now, the Cubs. I wish we could... Do we have any friends that are Cubs fans that can,
I
do
have
some
somebody-
explaining?
I have somebody at work, not a friend. He probably doesn't listen to the past. Probably doesn't listen to the cast, but he's a Cubs fan. He was running his mouth, talking to me about the Giants, and the last email exchange we got was he said enjoy Cueto. You'll love him on the DL, and I said, well, same for Hayward for you, and
It's true.
I don't think anybody alive today has seen the Cubs win the World Series.
No.
Not one person alive on the face of the earth.
And they just hold... It's like every season, they think it's their year.
Yeah.
I don't know...
When he started blaming it on farm animals, like a goat, come on.
Or some guy that randomly reaches over and steals the ball from Moises Alou. What's going to happen? Although, this was off-season stuff, too. Remember... Chapman of the Reds
Oh, that's right.
was going to sign. He ended up signing with the Yankees for pretty much $11.5 million. But right when he was going to sign, they found out that 2 months ago he shot 6 bullets into his fucking garage and beat his wife.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
they're like, "Whew, let's pump the brakes on this
Well,
guy."
Hold on a second. He's being investigated. I don't know.
He threw 62 of the fastest pitches in the major league last year, ranging from 300.92 miles per hour to 200.36 miles per hour.
Where's this stat? I think it was 105.
You think he hit 105?
Yeah.
I mean, that could be the fastest pitch he's thrown. I'm just saying last year, according to ESPN.
What, 300? What?
Huh?
You said 300.
103.
Oh, 103. You said 300 and 200. Okay.
I'm sorry. That niggle has gone up to my head.
I was like 300.
300
Holy
miles an hour.
fuck. He knocked the catcher back to the fucking backstop.
What would that just burn? It would probably cause a fire in his.
There'd be literally flames like an asteroid coming from the ball. Holy shit. Okay.
He's left-handed. It would go in there.
Okay.
So Chapman's crazy, and this is an interesting and a pretty damn good segue, if I don't mind.
Okay.
Say so myself. You're a professional athlete. You're making shitloads of money for minimal work. You're having fun at what you do.
Yes.
Why do you go and fuck it up with beating your wife, beating your chick, fucking drinking,
I
and
never understood it.
Johnny Football, Johnny Manziel, the former Browns,
Okay.
was released, from my understanding, right? Or he's going to be
He's
released.
going to, I think March 9th is when the actual football season ends, or
And
whatever it
he's
is.
yeah,
begins,
yeah.
So then they can officially release him.
Cut
at that
him
point in
loose.
time.
So something came out that Manziel has his ex-girlfriend. He threatened to kill her and himself, and he beat her.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
She filed
slapped
a
her upside
court
the head
order.
or something
Yeah.
like that.
And got in his car and started laughing maniacally or something. What is it Like, why?
Okay,
Like, wouldn't you just be on your best behavior like when you go to your grandma's house?
Yeah.
But just do that the whole year.
You know what? When you are an athlete like that,
Mm-hmm.
and let's just say she's being
Lippy?
a bitch,
Okay.
you can just trade her in. Just trade her in.
Chip and Cern would like to take the stance that beating anyone is not a good thing.
No.
And we don't approve, obviously.
So just, okay, you act like that, that's fine.
See you later.
See ya.
Okay.
I'll just turn to my left and, I'll just take a pick.
This is a good point. Yeah. That is a good point. I never had actually thought about that.
That's when I hear the Niners had the rape and all that.
Oh, yeah. Kaepernick.
Why? You don't.
You got a million yeses and you have one maybe and you're going to go with the maybe. I don't.
Yeah, go with the maybe.
Yeah.
Well, force this maybe. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And I mean, it's just like just be, it's like, Lindsay Lohan drunk driving.
Why?
You have 25 million. You have so much millions of dollars.
It's like
take a fucking Uber.
The Colts owner. Remember, he got in trouble for DWI or something.
Oh,
I
boy.
said, "You own a football team.
Yeah.
You cannot get a driver.
Right.
First off, you cannot even have you can have a personal driver. At the very minimum, Uber it.
Right. I mean, a fucking slapdick like me or you can call an Uber for ourselves.
Yeah.
We're too sauced. And you can't even.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so strange. That,
Let alone, I'd probably be helicoptering around.
Right, yeah. Get my helicopter.
Rappel me down to this bar, please.
That would be pretty good.
Yeah, that'd be the interest of a lifetime. You want to talk about trade, pick a litter. Rappel from helicopter to a bar. We beat him off your
Or,
day.
yeah, there's... Yeah, go home. Anyway. I thought it was silly. Football's over with. I'm happy baseball's here.
Yeah, me too.
I'm ready.
So right now, in my in my mind,
Okay.
Super Bowl ends.
Uh-huh.
Now the dark days of sports are upon us. There's
That's
really
true.
nothing going on. There's no free agency realistically.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like hockey, basketball. Nah, take it or leave it.
Warriors.
March.
I mean, I don't care, but the Warriors are fucking crushing everything.
Crushing it right now. March Madness is where I pick up.
They're-
Because I do my brackets.
They're hyping the college basketball a lot.
They are.
I don't know anything about anything, so.
The only thing I know is Louisville decided to bow out because of what was it? One of the coaches was paying strippers to have sex with the players.
Current players or like, hey, you're on your trip from high school?
I think it's current players.
Ooh.
And Rick Pitino didn't know anything about it.
Uh-huh.
Of course. And
Of course.
they were busted, and they've decided to sit out this tourney, and they were Final Four favorites.
Ooh. I mean, that's a school like as big as Duke or the Tar Heels
Oh,
or someone like.
yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, well, I mean, is that the noble thing to do? Is to like, okay, because if they would have made it, they would have been.
I've asked around about, self-imposed, and from what I gather, self-imposed is probably the way to go because if you self-impose a punishment, then the NCAA won't. You've punished yourself, then because if they have to punish, then it'll be worse.
Oh, jeez, just in my pud. Yeah, that's a good point. So, shame on me. I'll sit out rather than them coming down doing a fat investigation.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. It wasn't just this. There was also a key little blow here, and all sorts of stuff. And we're looking into your,
But everything.
recruiting techniques and stuff.
So, that car you just bought your center. But I do the brackets. Again, I don't gamble all the time, but Super Bowl brackets.
Cerny, anyone listen to this podcast, you're hyping on your squares. You're talking about brackets now. I see you. What are you scratching off lottery tickets for right now? Cerny, stop it. Now, the Super Bowl squares I definitely can get into. The bracket, I don't know enough.
I don't know.
And you need to pick a
enough.
couple. You need to pick a couple upsets, but I don't know like enough of.
I think a 12 beats a 5 every year.
Yeah, something like that. And it's like I don't know enough. Like here's how dumb I was one year. I'm like, oh yeah, Oregon Ducks. Like they'll go to the Final Four. That's my upset special this year. And like they were out. You know, they didn't even make this.
Remember we did one.
Or
Remember we did one with the wives. I think Princeton was going to Sweet 16. I was like,
Yeah.
Okay, you guys lost.
Right. There's the bracket thing. Some knowledge is required.
Yeah. Is it an Ivy League school?
I don't have that knowledge, though.
I wouldn't pick them past the first round. Second round tops.
Yeah. George Mason.
Yeah.
That one year they went.
Yeah. I usually, if that happens, then no one got that either. So we're still square. That's usually how that happens for me.
Yeah. And I mean, there's usually, oh man, my bracket's busted with, I didn't expect Villanova to lose or whatever the thing is. And it's like, okay, there's always those ones.
But I usually do the brackets, which bleeds right into baseball, and that really kicks it back up for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, you haven't been to spring training before, right?
No.
Oh my God. The past 2 years we've gone, like, as a thing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, we're going. This year with the kid, decided not to. It's a lot of fun, but that's a good way. Now, when the season starts, you really get the itch to want to go out to a game. You're here kind of in Sacramento. Do you pack the whole family up, going to go sit on the lawn of the River Cats here? Or
we have,
it's a whole production?
We have. Now, I still like to catch the Giants games.
Yeah.
That's not a whole family production.
Yeah.
Baseball fans, maybe 2 of us.
Okay.
So
they're on their phone, racking up the data.
Can we go?
Yeah.
That shit, so.
Yeah.
So, uninvited. First time everyone went, then, can we go? Okay, you're not invited anymore.
See ya. Now, we used to go in high school or college. College. And just whatever, River Cats, what's the cheapest ticket? Yeah, we'll take 2.
Yeah, we'll take 2.
Didn't matter. And we just fucking go sit next to the dugout if we
Wherever
were. And we'd go catch the hot dogs out of the gun and all this stuff. Like, it was just fun to kind of go. And we would, was that when I had my rental car and we were ripping Brodies in the
Yes,
parking
it
lot,
was.
peppering
Spraying
BMWs.
rocks all over the parking lot. Sorry.
Yeah. We had a lot of rental cars that I would go at like every 2 weeks and trade it in. I'm like, sweet, look, this one has a sport
Mazda.
mode.
It was
yeah,
Mazda.
That was a good one.
You're welcome, Mazda.
Yeah, that was good.
Remember ripping Brodies at the dog park?
The one
That was on
Roosevelt?
Yeah.
I think so. Was that in my car? The Explorer?
No, that was the rental.
Another rental car.
Yeah.
Wow, what did we do? What happened?
You had an accident, but that's why you had the rental.
Oh, yeah. I was like, we got in an accident there?
No.
I forgot about that.
No, I remember it was like under construction, and we said,
right.
Open field.
Open field.
Let's go.
I mean, it's like any kid now. It's like I remember how silly I was when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And finding, and not to tie it back to the beginning of the show, but you like come across a David Bowie song. And you're like, this is the greatest thing ever. It really speaks to me.
Yeah.
And then you go and you tell an adult who's like 45 and you're like, have you heard of Space Oddity? Like, isn't that really cool? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about it 30 years ago. And you're like, I just found out about it. It's the greatest thing ever. It's like, oh, we just found out how to spin a Brody in our rental car. And so we do it all the weekend. Every weekend.
Every weekend. Yeah.
Oh, that was good. I haven't spun a Brody. Now all the cars now have the traction control.
Yeah.
So you try to get a little fun, you try to get a little squirrely with it, and that kicks in and fucking stabilizes everything.
Yeah.
It just takes the fun away.
It's no fun.
Now, I remember, speaking of cars, your 87 Mustang?
Yes, that is correct.
5.0.
That is correct.
At one point, your horn was like malfunctioning.
Yes.
And you would just be driving and it would be going off.
driving down.
Just driving down a street, and it's just.
Can you turn it off? Nope.
Nope. And
honking at everybody around me.
And then I remember being in the car with you, and it actually turned off for a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And then you stopped at a light, and I hit your horn, and it went off again. And that's
and
just,
it was stuck.
yeah.
I'm like, oh fuck.
That was.
I think we had to open the hood and disconnect it.
What was the? Did we ever figure what the issue was with that?
I don't remember. I think I disconnected it and never connected it back.
Yeah. Now, speaking of car horns, I have been abusing mine in my car.
Okay.
In San Francisco, I'm so impatient with people.
Yes.
If you don't go at the fucking split second off the thing, and we talked about this in one of the nuggets, the Super Bowl city is really fucking up the downtown.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
Go to pick my wife up from work in the car, and people there'll be a red light, but they would have tried to goose it through the intersection, and there's so much traffic. So there's only 2 lanes to go forward, and the car's blocking both lanes. I will roll right up to them and just put my hand on the horn and will not let it go. And they're like, and you could see the shift of their eye. They're not turning their body, and I'm just honk. And if my wife's in the car with me and we're driving and I'm doing this, she's like, okay, they get it. Stop, Chipper, stop. They get it. And I'm like, I'm going to try to empty my horn. Like somehow there's a noise thing and it's only good for 30 seconds. I want to empty it at one point.
I am not allowed to drive. Apparently, my wife.
In San Francisco or forever?
Forever. With my wife in the car.
Okay.
She doesn't like my driving. Anyway.
Interesting. Is it.
So I take it upon myself, like we were stopped at a light.
Okay.
Or in a shopping center or something, because it's one of those shopping centers, parking lots that leads to a light. So it's kind of just backed up. Someone was trying to go around us. It was something. Kind of honking the horn, giving my wife a what the fuck. But it wasn't, my wife was not in the wrong.
Yeah.
And she's like shrugging her shoulders. I said, lean back. Lean back. This person needs the fucking finger. So I lean back. So I give the finger, and the lady looks at me and said, you finger.
Fuck yourself.
Fuck yourself. And the lady just put her head down. I said, that's how you do it.
Defeat.
That's how you do it.
Now, I haven't been giving the finger out in a while. I don't know.
This was
Just
more
the
of
horn for me.
this was more of a facial exchange.
Okay.
And my wife's sitting there trying to, what do you, almost apologize. No, we're not apologizing. We're not doing anything wrong. Lean back.
They need to know
this
that
person's
they've
going to
wronged
know.
us. Now, I felt like, and I said I've been using the horn a lot. There's a 4-corner stop. Well, I'm going to turn left on a one-way street.
Okay.
Okay. Now, there's a car in front of us, and he won't turn left. You can turn left into 4 lanes. And I, again, am just laying on my horn. And this is at night. It's a little foggy. The marine layer settled in.
Yeah.
And my wife's like, what are you doing? I'm like, they won't fucking go. This is annoying. There's 4 lanes. Like, they can go. And she goes, there's someone crossing the street. And there's, like, a family in the crosswalk. And I was just laying on my horn for this person to go.
Whoops.
And they were... And I was like, oh. And I was like, I'm sorry. I just, like, gave him a hand, like, oh, my God. And then I think I went straight because I couldn't even bear to turn. I hadn't felt that bad in a while. And there's someone crossing. The way she said it, there's someone crossing the street. And I was like, oh, it was dark, and I couldn't see them. And I think there was a stroller. I was like, oh.
Oops.
Whoopsie-daisy. Whoopsie-daisy, as I would like to call that one. Well,
everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, I'm trying not to settle. I wasn't. I mean, obviously, I've hung on for it too long.
Yeah.
I should let it go.
That's okay.
Now we don't get political.
No. Generally not.
But we should.
Okay.
For this time. So there was actually, this just happened today. What did I step on? Landmine?
I don't know.
Well, the whole thing with Trump, the big debates, presidential debates, and all this stuff.
He's going to sue Ted Cruz for citizenship or...
Yeah, so now, personally, I have the past 10 years have taken a step back from voting and duties. But the whole fact that Trump is in here is just fascinating to me.
Yeah.
He's a clown.
The fact he's made it this far.
It is. At first, it was kind of funny. Like, this is great. This is going to be a great sideshow.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
It's a little scary.
I don't see anyone else that the Republicans are going to nominate, or whatever. And then you got Hillary and Bernie Sanders, who's how old is that guy?
I don't know. I saw this what do they call them? Memes?
Yeah.
I never knew how to pronounce it. Meme?
Yeah.
Meme.
Yeah.
So they had a picture of George Bush when he went in office, and a picture of George Bush when he left office. And considerably gray.
And Obama.
Same thing with Obama.
Yeah.
So it was a picture of Bernie Sanders. If he gets elected, then it's Tales of the Crypt.
And he had the hood and the sickle and everything. That's pretty great. But it really does. I mean, every president, Clinton looked the same way. Like you see in 92 or 94? 92 when he started. He had gray hair, but he looked, healthy. He had a little bit extra weight on him. And then when he left, like, it just looked like he had 20 years on him.
I swear it's every
years.
president.
Yeah. And maybe it got sucked out of him.
Oh.
See what I did there? A little Monica Lewinsky blowjob joke. And
I
I never
see what
heard
you did there.
when he stuck a cigar in her pussy. Was that a thing?
What?
That was part of the scandal. Like he stuck a cigar in her pussy.
I did not know that.
Okay. Maybe I made it up. Let me see. Bill Clinton.
Cigar, pussy, Monica Lewinsky.
Cigar. Monica Lewinsky story. Okay. The story is that Monica Lewinsky masturbated with a cigar while President Clinton watched and masturbated as well. Okay. Arafat was kept waiting in the Rose Garden where this is going on in the Oval Office.
Okay.
Wow. So, okay. We stand corrected. Bill Clinton did not bang Monica Lewinsky with said cigar. She was masturbating. Which that seems
So why is she complaining? She sounds like she's a volunteer into this.
Yeah. Anyway.
She's active. She's proactive in this. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. Was she hot? Now we're stuck on Monica Lewinsky. Now, was she a looker? How old was she when this?
I don't know. I want to say 26.
Okay.
Don't know.
She's born in 73. The inappropriate relationship happened in 95. 22. So she was probably hot.
Okay.
Let's see. I mean, now
We'll assume.
she's busty. Now, nothing against Hillary Clinton, but she's not very hot.
No. No.
And not super. I mean, she's very political looking.
Yeah.
She looks like a lifelong politician. Monica Lewinsky is listed as a TV personality.
She
I thought it would have said White House fuck toy, but I guess
TV
not.
personality. What
Interesting.
TV show is she on?
I don't know. It doesn't say really. Probably, her book. And she's known for the Lewinsky scandal.
Oh, well.
So this is happening in 95. We were like 12, 13 years old when this happened. So she's a busty
Actually, we were 8.
math. But she's born in San Francisco. No wonder we don't remember too much about it.
Yeah.
Interesting. I did see another interesting article. Not that I'm pro Hillary, not that I'm pro anybody, but Hillary's my wife sent this to me, and that Hillary kind of gets this bad rap of like, oh, she slept her way into like her political power and stuff, right?
Not with Bill.
What?
Not with Bill.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, that was a George Bush impression or something. But it's like, hey, that's just as slimy as the other things that everyone else has done to get into political office.
Oh, yeah.
Like, oh, that's a pretty good point.
Yeah.
I didn't really know where I was taking us with this whole thing, but the Bernie Sanders, Trump just looks, and he was, he gains a lot of news with all this crazy shit. And when Obama was elected in, oh, he's not a citizen, and I'm going to pay $1 million to find out and all this shit. And now it's like he's pretty much a circus leader.
Yeah. He has no.
I don't know.
He has no.
Is there any way? I mean, I assume he's going to get the nomination.
I don't know.
I don't know
Any more
either.
Ted Cruz.
Ted Cruz, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't heard. Well, besides people at the Trump rallies, I haven't heard anyone seriously say they're like pro-Trump. Maybe it's because I live in San Francisco.
True.
That could have something to do. But I mean, this area is a little bit more conservative than compared to San Francisco. Do you see people fucking with Trump bumper stickers on their car
I
and
see
shit?
that or Ted Cruz, yeah. Yeah.
Make America. I mean, he has that mean trucker hat. Make America great. It's nice.
Yeah, I've heard some wild explanations. How Trump's going to fix whatever.
Well, now, I'm not. It doesn't matter if Trump gets in or Bernie Sanders, who considers himself a democratic socialist or whatever it is.
He has some interesting ideas.
They're
I don't know how we'll pay for all of it, but
right. They're so far, and everyone knows how politics works. Obama said whatever he said to get elected, and barely any of it's happened. He's like, "Oh, we'll not be in the war anymore, or we'll close Guantanamo Bay."
Yeah,
there's so much politics that Trump's not going to come in and in 100 days be like, "Oh, we're building a fucking fence in Mexico.
Yeah.
We kicked all the Mexicans out."
I had a
come on.
lengthy explanation about
If
this.
people think
somebody goes, "Wait, somebody's Trump." Okay, I live with people that, like you said, conservatives.
yeah,
Trump's going to come in here and he's going to run this country like a business, and we're going to be back on top.
that's fine.
Okay, and I said, well, our whole government is kind of checks and balances. That's kind of what we learned in
Exactly.
second grade. So
Yeah.
Trump's not going to come in and dictate shit.
Yeah,
No
And-
one can come in and dictate shit.
you can't come in and just clean house and make new. I mean, it's just going to get fucking
you can't.
kiboshed.
You can't. But there's a lot of delusions.
It's the same thing with Bernie Sanders, Hillary Clinton, any politician. When I hear them talk, I'm just like, one, this is complete bullshit because you're just pandering.
Yeah.
Two, it's not going to get done.
Oh.
Because there's going to be so much
Grandstanding and
fucking...
pandering.
Yeah. Although on that note, a justice died. Supreme Court Justice?
Yes.
Antonian Silica?
Yes.
He died in his house in Texas. He was a big rotund gentleman.
That was today.
No, it was
Today. I don't
That was
know.
like an hour ago.
When you guys are listening,
Yeah.
who knows? But as
Seven-
we speak, it's today.
79. He was very conservative.
Yeah. He was elected by Reagan, I believe.
What was the big... There was some big vote that happened, and there was like 2 or 3 people that voted against.
I know he was against, what was it, affirmative action, I believe?
Yeah. And he is I mean, he's not Western European, or what's the Eastern? Anyway. He's kind of... I don't know what I was trying to say there.
Neither do I.
Okay. Sorry, just
He's
kind of
dead.
furrowed his brain. He's dead.
He's dead.
Obama will nominate a successor in due time.
Yeah.
How do we begin to throw our hat into the thing? Now, this is big, I think, because he's one of the more conservative people kind of making these judges. I mean,
And I believe when the
Judgments and
president
stuff.
gets to elect a judge, that's their stamp.
yeah.
It's a lifetime.
No, pretty much it's kind of gone that every term since the past couple of presidents have been going 8.
Yeah.
8. That they get at least one, it seemed. Bush had a guy or 2, and Obama... Has Obama had anyone, I don't
I
think?
don't know.
I don't either. But I think, will he get someone, or is there some rule like, oh, you can't appoint one in your last 90 days in office, or... Well, he still
think he
has.
can.
It's
I think
fucking
he can.
February. He still
Yeah.
has
Still
10 months.
Yeah.
So, Jesus. Or he probably has a year. When do you actually...
Oh, I think, he has the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So I think at January, whatever, 1st or whatever it is.
This just shows how stupid this thing is. When did Trump and them start campaigning?
Fuck.
Like,
Seems an
8 months
eternity.
ago, right?
Yeah.
So almost a year and a half before they would actually get in. I mean, and you're wasting... Okay.
I know.
All right.
I know.
We can't do it. Now, we're doing a little spitballing here, Cerny.
Okay.
We do a lot of spitballing. We should do a Chip and Cern go to the movies.
Oh,
And
okay.
not necessarily a theater movie. It could be an older movie, too.
Okay.
And we both watch and we can come and talk about it. One that I had seen lately, the Batman. The OG Jack Nicholson,
Okay.
Michael Keaton.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I haven't either. And I remember I was telling my wife this, and we used to have a segment on the old podcast about Chip's distorted youth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we did.
Now, Batman came out in 95 or something. 89. 89, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Now, granted, I was 2 years old.
Yes.
I was a huge Batman fan. And being 10, 11, 12, I had all the Batman action figures, the Batmobile, all this shit.
Okay.
And all I wanted to do was watch the Batman movie. But, Cerny, you're grinning because you already know where this is going.
I know where this is going.
Now, the Batman movie is rated PG-13. Now, little Chip was only 10, 11, 12.
That's not 13.
You couldn't do it. Okay, I appreciate that, Mom and Dad. I literally remember in my head doing the math, like, okay, in 1995, I'll be able to watch it because I will be 13. Like, I remember thinking that far ahead, and, like, I can't wait. And then 13 came around, and I never saw it. I'm like, well, you need to be 16. And they started making new rules. I'm like,
oh,
see, the government...
The line's
already,
moving.
Yeah. So this line is moving. So that's how I never saw the original Batman. And I remember watching on TV or started it or whatever. And I had never watched it really
Not
all
even
the
a
way
TV
through.
version?
Oh, no, I had. The Batman... Oh, on...
Yeah.
Also, remember, Cerny, we didn't have cable.
That's right.
So there's no TV
I remember.
version.
I remember when we got cable. It was like the fucking big to do.
Oh, my God. Actually, did we have cable? I don't think we had cable when I was...
What was that? Remember we sat
wasn't
there
even
for
in
like
high
2
school.
hours trying to break the parent
Oh,
code.
my God. What was that? My parents would never leave us alone.
No.
I mean, compared to... We were, like, pretty good kids. We didn't fuck around and, we weren't... anyway.
Not terribly.
Yeah, we weren't... We did normal teenage boy stuff.
Yes.
We
A
weren't...
lot of practical jokes.
Yeah. But, I mean, we weren't,
Criminals.
drunk driving and running in people's backyards and stuff. But yeah, my parents put a block on the Comcast.
Yes.
It's a cable provider here. We weren't even trying to watch, like,
It was on
sometimes
TNT. Remember?
or
It was
something.
rated
Okay.
R, but it was on TNT.
Oh, right.
And it was blocked.
It's blocked.
Like, what the fuck? It's on TNT.
And we tried to think of everything we could.
We spent 2 hours
Oh, my God.
trying to do this.
That was...
code.
I can't believe But Batman, so we can think of a movie that, do you like
Okay.
rewatching old movies? I know we pretty much
do.
have movie minors with all the college credits we have.
Yeah, we do what? 4 years of movies.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I think we do. We can pick like a Pulp Fiction, or we
Okay.
can go a little off stream. We can do a documentary. We did the Making a Murder series.
Well, we did do Make a Murder. What do you think? What do you feel?
We could do a new release.
I say we'll pick one here.
Okay.
Listeners,
listen
send
in.
us your suggestions.
Where would they send those to, Cerny?
Facebook, chipandcernshow@gmail.com. You can even tweet us.
Oh,
Leave a comment on YouTube.
on YouTube after the thumbs up and
Yeah.
subscribe. Okay. Here's some movies opening this week.
Okay.
Deadpool.
Oh,
I do like that one. Now, I will be honest, seeing a movie in the theaters could prove to be quite difficult for me at this time in my life.
it is difficult.
Okay. Deadpool, I definitely do want to see that one. I'm trying to see what other... I don't see any like other really cool movies coming out soon. Let me see what's like... All right. Did you ever see The Martian?
No, but I have it,
Oh,
so I can watch it.
okay. I have seen that one as well.
Okay.
Already.
I'll watch it.
Okay. I think it's out. It's out right now, right?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
actually the movie's physically sitting on my counter. I believe.
Oh, you got the DVD.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that might be the one to do. And if
Okay.
we think of something new, we'll post it on Facebook and we'll tweet it out.
And if you think
Hey,
of
pay
something
attention,
new,
folks.
remember
Yes.
Facebook, Twitter, comment on YouTube,
Or email.
email. Don't just think it. Type it.
Yeah. Or you could text us, I guess. Now, we wanted to mention there's a certain one of our friends, Joe. We'll
Yeah.
just fucking call you out right now, you son of a bitch.
Supposed super fan.
Alleged super fan, but there has been no evidence of such.
Yeah. So if you punch me next time I see you, then I know you listen. But
A free open, now hopefully not like a Houdini thing.
yeah. Don't hit my appendix.
Just an arm,
Arm.
dead leg.
Yeah. Vulcan thigh slugger.
Vulcan thigh slugger is tough because you have to, contract your quad and your hamstring to get up. But if the quad's frozen, you can't
Yeah.
get up from that.
No shin busters. No eagle beaks.
Shin busters. Eagle beaks have been illegal for over a decade. Everyone knows this.
Open back will be okay.
Oh,
I'm taking it. I'm hedging my bet because
okay.
I bet you he doesn't listen.
Oh,
Supposed super fan.
alleged superfan Joe, you don't listen, and you're a son of a bitch for not listening.
So who's our new super fan?
Well, we have been contacted by one PJ, who was a former
Super fan.
superfan of the Chip and Cern Show V1, version 1.
Yes.
And he saw that we posted some content on YouTube. I guess he had either subscribed or came across a Facebook post. I don't know exactly how it happened. But we had our Facebook account. So if you were like that before, we just kept posting on that.
Yeah,
so
you got grandfathered in.
Facebook's dicking us somehow. But
I don't know.
anyway, we told him to tell a friend. And he's on the East Coast, so that'll be good to kind of get some love over
A
there.
little spread over there.
Yeah. And if you're over there and you're hankering for a beer and you come across a 4 Point beer company out of San Francisco, mighty fine beer.
It is.
This is the refreshing and hoppy wheat beer. It's very nice.
I would say so myself. Sounds like you read off the can.
Yeah. Just pure from memory, just like Sergeant Colehorn and that license plate. Fucking guy.
Colehorn.
And I knew. Oh my God. Okay, this will be the last thing I talk about.
Okay.
I had been typing "making a murder," making MURDER as the show title,
Uh-oh.
and someone texted me and said, "I just would like to, offer a correction. It's making a murderer." And I'm like, I know it is, but I had not been. I fucking hit myself in the head. I was so mad. Like, God damn it. Making a murder. Like it's a cake or something. But no, it's just a murder, not a murderer.
Okay. On the side note, on your side note.
Okay.
I like how I like to correct. That's my thing. I like when I correct, and the response I get is, "Well, this is how I do it." Well, just because
the way you do is wrong.
does not make it any. This is just my opinion, or this is how I do it. Does not make your opinion any more valid, or you any more right.
Now, I had gotten to an argument, or I had mentioned something like that to my brother. I was saying something, and he said, "Oh, damn. DAM."
Oh.
And I said, "Does something hold water?" And he said, "What?" And I said, "Damn, the curse is DAMN."
Yeah, damnation.
And he said, "Oh, I just spell it DAM." You're wrong.
Yeah,
I don't know. There's no
you're still wrong.
right way to put this. You're wrong, and it makes you look silly. So, in the damn show.
Damn.
Damn it. Damn it up like a beaver.
There you go.
Well, if you'd enjoyed this regular Chip and Cern show, full of tangents,
Stories.
oddness, reminiscing, Chip's distorted youth, and things that bug us. and the movie, The Martian.
The Martian.
Which will be the Chip and Cern Go to the Movies.
And that's what we'll be reviewing.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, iTunes, YouTube, all Chip and Cern Show.
Like, comment, share, rate, please.
Very, very good.
Share.
You can email us chipandcernshow@gmail.com. And we will talk to you next time. I'm Chip.
I'm Cern.
Cheers.